2 Kings chapter 13. Jehoahaz begins his rule. Jehoahaz, son of Jehu, became king over Israel and Samaria. This was during the 23rd year that Joash, son of Ahaziah, was king in Judah. Jehoahaz ruled 17 years. Jehoahaz did what the Lord considered wrong. Like Jeroboam, son of Nebat, he committed sins that also caused the people of Israel to sin, and he never stopped doing those things. Then the Lord was angry with Israel. He let King Hazael of Aram and Hazael's son Ben-Hadad gain control of Israel. The Lord has mercy on Israel. Then Jehoahaz. Well, this is a fun recording. Then Jehoahaz, sorry guys. Oh, this is a morning. Then Jehoahaz begged the Lord to help them. The Lord listened to him because he had seen the terrible troubles that the king of Aram had caused the Israelites. So the Lord sent a man to save Israel. The Israelites were free from the Arameans, so the Israelites went to their own homes as they did before. But the Israelites still did not stop committing the sins of the family of Jeroboam that caused Israel to sin. The Israelites continued committing the sins of Jeroboam. They also kept the Asherah poles in Samaria. The king of Aram defeated Jehoahaz's army and destroyed most of the men in the army. He left only 50 horse soldiers, 10 chariots, and 10,000 foot soldiers. Jehoahaz's soldiers were like chaff blown away by the wind at the time of threshing. All the great kings that Jehoahaz did are written in the book, The History of the Kings of Israel. Jehoahaz died and was buried with his ancestors. The people buried Jehoahaz in Samaria. His son, Jehoash, became the new king after him. Jehoash's rule over Israel. Boy, this father and son duo is just making my tongue go. Jehoash, son of Jehoahaz, became king over Israel and Samaria. This was during the 37th year that Joash was king of Judah. Jehoash ruled Israel for 16 years. He did what the Lord said was wrong. He did not stop committing the sins of Jeroboam, son of Nebat, who caused Israel to sin. Jehoash continued to commit those sins. All the great things that Jehoash did and his wars against King Amaziah of Judah are written in the book, The History of the Kings of Israel. Jehoash died and was buried with his ancestors. Jeroboam became the new king and sat on Jehoash's throne. Jehoash was buried at Samaria with the kings of Israel. Jehoash visits Elisha. Elisha became sick, and later he died from his sickness. King Jehoash of Israel went to visit Elisha. Jehoash cried for him and said, my father, it is time for the chariot of Israel, and is it time for the chariot of Israel and its horses? Elisha said to Jehoash, take a bow and some arrows. Jehoash took a bow and some arrows. Then Elisha said to the king of Israel, put your hand on the bow. Jehoash put his hand on the bow. Then Elisha put his hands on the king's hands. Elisha said, "Open the east window." Jehoash opened the window. Then Elisha said, "Shoot." Jehoash shot. Then Elisha said, "This is the Lord's arrow of victory over Aram. You will defeat the Arameans at Aphek until you destroy them." Elisha said, "Take the arrows." Jehoash took the arrows. Then Elisha said to him, "Hit on the ground." Jehoash hit the ground 3 times. Then he stopped. The man of God was angry with Jehoash. Elisha said, "You should have hit 5 or 6 times. Then you would have defeated Aram until you destroyed it. But now you will defeat Aram only 3 times." An amazing thing at Elisha's grave. Elisha died, and the people buried him. One time in the spring, a group of Moabite soldiers came to fight against Israel. Some Israelites were burying a dead man when they saw that group of soldiers. The Israelites quickly threw the dead man into Elisha's grave. As soon as the dead man touched the bones of Elisha, he came back to life and stood up on his feet. Jehoash wins back cities of Israel. During all the days that Jehoahaz ruled, King Hazael of Aram caused trouble to Israel. But the Lord was kind to the Israelites. He had mercy and showed his care for them because of his agreement with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He did not want them to be destroyed. He has never completely left them. King Hazael of Aram died, and Ben-Hadad became the new king after him. Before he died, Hazael had taken some cities in war from Jehoahaz, Jehoash's father. But now Jehoash took back these cities from Hazael's son, Ben-Hadad. Jehoash defeated Ben-Hadad 3 times and took back the cities of Israel.